This is a pretty common question that comes up, and that is, how many links can you build, or how many links do I need to rank at the top? Now, it's not a straightforward one to answer, and honestly, what you should really be asking when you're hiring a link builder or an agency or whoever is more along the lines of, how do you build links? Links have always been important, but they're even more important now in 2018 and onwards. You know, the game's changed. Look, maybe 10 years ago the state of play was different. It was a numbers game then. It probably did come down to just purely who had the most links, but it's not straightforward now. The contextual nature and searcher intent are extremely important now. You know, Google is getting even better at determining those factors, you know, with every day that passes. In other words, they can see what links are quality and which are kind of spammy and rubbish. Now, as I said, the more advanced the Google rank brain becomes, the better it gets at determining the true value of a link, you know, the quality of it. And true value is going to be vastly affected by one factor. You know, it's not DA, PageRank or something else, it's relevancy. You know, when you're building a link profile, you want it to appear as natural and relevant as possible. And the best way to do that is to find link opportunities which are related to your brand or product or content and get a link. Now, before we even start to look at what this might do for your rankings, just doing that alone is going to drive a good chunk of direct referral traffic, and if it's from relevant sites, then it's probably most likely going to be relevant traffic, right? It's really all about creating an overall picture to Google, you know, letting them know that the sites or pages that, you know, are discussing something around your keywords are all linking to you. It tells Google, rank this site, all these other related authoritative sites seem to trust them and they're all linking in. As I've said, it's not going to be about quantity. You could search for some niche products and you'll often find, you know, not always that but sometimes a niche site is going to outrank a huge site like Amazon or eBay. Now, how would that have been possible if it was all about the volume of links? That is just evidence of relevancy at play. It just shows how you can outstrip a competitor with thousands of broad links with just some very well placed, highly relevant links. And you may find, despite a competitor having hundreds of thousands of links, just a few of those well-placed links, you know, and you'll be outranking them in no time. Now, of course, you still need to make sure you've done your on-page SEO, you've got top-grade content in order to build the links, but you get my point, that is how you're going to rank. So, to conclude, relevancy is going to be your friend going forward when you're link building. Authority of the link does hold weight, but that doesn't mean just build a bunch of irrelevant high-authority sites, you know, and don't overuse metrics like domain authority or page authority or whatever. Just focus on a few things. Focus on creating top-notch content around your keywords or your product. Find opportunities which are highly relevant. Email them for a link, asking them for a link, you know, politely, and rinse and repeat. So the key thing here is it's not a numbers game, and it's not about getting hundreds of links. It's going to be about focusing on relevancy and quality of the link, kind of seeing where it goes. You could beat your competitors and drive a lot of traffic probably with less links than you'd think, if you follow, you know, a solid strategy and really focus on relevancy and creating top quality content. So that's it for today's video, and obviously stay tuned for the next one.